All right, what's up, everybody? It's Cowboy, and I might want somebody to just make sure my audio is working right now. So if my audio is not working, somebody say so in the comments. Much appreciated. Is anybody there? Hello, hello, hello. I'm live right now, and I don't know if I can be heard. I guess there's one way to tell. Let me see here. Okay, testing, testing. Somebody tell me if they can hear me. Say something in the comments. I may not be audible. Let me post something in the comments. Am I audible? Question mark. Is sound good? Question mark. Let's see if I can get some answers on that. We hear you. Good. All right. Awesome. Sorry for that strange start. I'm on some different equipment today, and so that is what's going on. Apologies for that. Let me fix this here. Okay, good. All right. Sorry about all that. Let's just jump right into it. Algofactory.tech, zap the QR code if you want to know what we do. Very briefly, we help people become traders. We help people become better traders. We help people develop their own trading method so that they can take advantage of these markets, extract money from these markets. And the probability of success is just pretty much dependent on your work ethic. This is not something that geniuses do, right? I mean, geniuses do it, but you don't have to be a genius to do it. Even if you're like Algo Andy and you actually have the skill to build algorithms, which would be freaking amazing. And what I mean by build algorithms, I mean code. Andy's actually a coder, Algo Andy. So if you can code, then you're a double threat. You're killing it. But even if you're not a coder, even if you've never traded, we can give you the basics to put you on the way to trading. And a lot of people are trading manually. They're just trading old school with their algorithms. They're doing it manually. There are those also who are coding them and having them hard code. We got a couple of guys like Algo Andy who actually do know how to code. So the world is yours, just like on Scarface. And I'm kind of talking a little bit because I had some technical difficulties this morning. As I said, I was on different equipment, and that includes making my coffee. So basically, what ended up happening was so I go to make coffee this morning, and as I'm doing so, I'm using a new French press. I don't have access to my old one right now, so when I pour the coffee, the French press, the actual plunger, stays in the coffee when I usually do it. And this new one just doesn't do that, so all the coffee grounds went everywhere. It was a complete mess, and I lost a little bit of time. So let's jump right into the market here. This is Bitcoin that we're looking at. And maximize this page, make it easier for everybody to see. And there we are. Plunger, plunger, plunger. Yeah, cool cat. Thanks, man. That's such a funny video. It's hilarious. So Bitcoin in and of itself is doing what I said it would do on the short term. What I mentioned yesterday was that this consolidation that's been going on since Sunday, May 19th, and it's going basically between 66,800 ish and say 71,850 back and forth. Well, the algos had this to where even though it bounced at the bottom of the range, and even though those who took advantage of it made some decent money, it does need to kind of take out some of the bag holders, if you will. You got people who still want to sell it off. So even though it made it up halfway through this smaller rectangle right here that I've clicked on there, it still needs to wash out a little bit. So let's clean this up here a little bit. There's a lot of noise on this chart. Let's do this. Oops. Do this. And I'm going to delete that. And so now we're just looking purely at the ranges on the chart. And price should pop up. The immediate profit targets are going to be, say, 75,000-ish and about 79,000. Those are the immediate profit targets if price were to break out. The real question is, will it break out anytime soon, or is it going to continue to range towards the bottom of this consolidation that's inside this other consolidation. Now, this is the daily chart that we're looking at. So I'm going to go ahead and take a peek at what the algos say on the weekly chart. And I can tell you that they are bullish against resistance. So look, it wants to break out. Bitcoin wants to break its all-time high. It's just a question of how long is it going to consolidate before it does that. And if you look at the volatility, it's fallen off of a cliff on all of the higher time frame, the weekly, even the monthly. If we look at that, let's see here on the bottom, yeah, volatility for the ADX on the bottom, which is an indicator that we use, it's literally crossing into dead territory on the daily. And that's fine. It's not a problem. In fact, the way that I look at volatility, got a malfunction here. Hold on, my mouse is clicking itself. I'm going to undo that. Okay, there, hopefully that fixed it. Let's see. Oh, okay, I see what's going on. Holy crud, what happened? Look, I've got a bar chart now. Everything just went haywire on my computer. Oh, wow. What is going on? Man, I'm having a rough morning tech-wise. Let's do this. Okay, and let's do this. Let's do some undoing here. Hopefully this works. Okay, good. So we'll just use not that mouse for now. So yeah, I think right now what we'll probably see is price looks like it's going to not necessarily break below 66.8. It might kind of hang out down around here and eventually make its way up like this, or it might bounce to grab liquidity as low as 60,900. There are those in Algo Factory who do feel that price is going to break below that and go down to 56,000, that yellow line right here, the post having low. Something that's going to happen again. While technically that could happen, right now the markets are not really saying that. Not the algos. The algos are saying that volatility is dropping off. And when there's no volatility, that means price really can't move. There needs to be volatility for price to make a big move. Be the Gorilla, sir. How are you today?
Hello. Good mornings.
Glad to see you in. I had a little rough start this morning. First,
Oh
I
my
had
God.
a French press malfunction.
Oh my
And
God.
then
A Frenchman malfunctioned?
a Frenchman, damn Frenchman,
They
malfunctioned.
are malfunctioning. Was there a gunshot somewhere?
They don't fire guns in France.
I said, was there a gunshot? They usually run
I
from the
guess
gunshot.
yeah,
Yes.
that would be a malfunction. Yeah, no, it's it's a different French press than I'm used to, and so yeah. Anyway, I try to pour it out, and usually the plunger kind of is in the French press, so I can literally tip it over and pour it without having to hold it in. This time that did not happen, so had a bit of a mess to deal with. Had to refilter those beans. So, and then the mouse I was just using got crazy too, because I decided to try a plug-in mouse instead of wireless. That's right. So I'm just over here like trying to explain Bitcoin, losing half my time. My chart's turning into other shit. It's all right. But I would say once Bitcoin breaks out, my near-term targets are going to be 80,000 and 88,000 to keep the numbers simple. Those are not exact, and that's based on this most recent impulse that you see in the high time frame from what is this for about 50,000 all the way to the all-time high. If I measure that impulse with a Fibonacci extension, then my targets are going to be about 80,000 and 88,000. And those are the next two stop offs, right? Where Bitcoin might kind of hang back, and it might have a little bit of of trouble getting past 83, but I think it might blow past 83. This thing's been consolidating since like March. And then the longer the consolidation, the longer price ranges like that, generally the harder it goes up, especially in a bull market right after a halving. I mean, literally, technically, price could double like within a few weeks. I don't know that it's going to happen. I think there are a lot of factors at play with Bitcoin right now where the price may end up being suppressed because of the ETFs. But if the ETFs decide, or I should say, if they don't decide to use their fake Bitcoin to suppress things, then the price could go to like 140, 150 bucks, and it can happen really fast. But again, we might not see price go past maybe not even 100,000. We don't know yet. It's just this, we're in uncharted territory, and never before has this much of officialdom openly controlled Bitcoin. But for the moment, I'm looking at a bounce up either towards 72,000 or a move down to, it could be 63.5 or as low as 61,000. That's my look on Bitcoin right now. I don't know if you want to share your view in here, if you want to jump over to the private live lab.
Only the private parts, my friend.
We're going to talk in the private parts, everybody. Okay, V the Gorilla, please go ahead and get us ready to go over to private, and
Yes.
we'll reveal ourselves in there.
He will show them the full Monty.
Yes, perfect. I've always wanted to show a bunch of
He will show them
people
the full
Monty.
Patel.
Yes, all women are not invited. Women have to go. Only the men can see it because this is what we do, right?
Oh, man, dude, the India accent's freaking epic, dude. It's epic.
I think they're pretty conservative over there. Like,
Yeah, they are.
oh man, I mean, hey, there's nothing's perfect, man. You got a caste system, but at least like they only have two genders over there. So,
Yeah, right.
oh boy. All right, brother. Get
All
us
right,
out of
folks. Thank you all for listening in. Listen, join us or die. It's $1.66 a day for the keys of freedom given to you, and you will be blown away right here at algofactory.tech. With that being said, Cowboy, let's go private.
Join us or die.